As as the war between Iran and the US continues, between the between Iran and the US wars that are devastating the world, Iran and Oman have agreed on, they have come together to agree on a temporary shipping through the Strait of Hormuz to allow commercial vessels to transit the strategic waterways, the water gates, as Tehran dismissed the US claims that mines had been cleared and warned that the strait could remain closed unless its conditions are met. Between this US Iran war, in the middle of this Iran US war, Iran and Oman have came together to agree, and they have agreed on a temporary shipping through the Strait of Hormuz to allow commercial vessels to transit, to go through the strategic waterways of Hormuz. As Tehran had dismissed the US claims that mines had been cleared, and warned that the strait could remain closed unless its conditions are met. The Iranian Deputy Foreign Minister for Legal and International Affairs, Kazem, said the understanding with Oman is different with the understanding with the USA. With Oman would allow inbound commercial vessels to go through the Strait of Hormuz to use the Iranian waters through the Strait of Hormuz, while outbound ships will pass through both Iranian and Omania waters. And they said, the Iranian officials have said, in this war between them and the US, that the country of Oman and their people will have the privilege to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, and military vessels will not be permitted to use the passage of Strait of I mean the passage of Hormuz. Yes, greetings, random greetings. As I continue, military vessels will not be permitted to use the passage of Hormuz. The Iranian officials have said that only the Oman nationals of a country called Oman, he said, adding that the arrangement between them is way different with the arrangements that they have with the US, does not amount to any immediate full reopening of Strait. Greetings, chat. Greetings, Manjusha. I hope I respected your name. I pronounced it correctly. Greetings, and greetings for anyone that's in the chat or just viewing. I appreciate all that. The little you do is enough. According to Garibabadi, if I pronounced the name correctly with respect, according to Garibabadi, the temporary passage of Strait of Hormuz will remain in place while Iran and Oman negotiate. While Iran and Oman negotiate a permanent arrangement within 30 to 60 days. Their arrangement and negotiation is way different from the negotiations they had with the United States. So the Oman people will have the privilege to go through the Strait of Hormuz. Iran is going to allow them. And he warned that the waterway will remain closed if Iran's conditions are not fulfilled by the US or anyone who's against Iran. Yes, random. Do you have a question or do you want clarity? If you want me to repeat, I can do that one more time so you can understand. Just type there and say something if you want me to repeat. If you did not understand anything I've said, maybe. Okay, I have to repeat this one more time. There's a war between Iran and the US, whether it's financial or military wise, but it's a war. Anyway, anyhow, cyber war, whatever way, it's a war. While they are in the middle of fighting each other, Iran and the US, Iran and Oman have agreed between these two countries called Iran and Oman. They have agreed that Oman will temporarily pass through the gates of Hormuz to allow, and Iran will allow commercial vessels to transit this, to go through the waterways of Hormuz. As Tehran has dismissed US claims that mines had been cleared and warned that of the Strait of Hormuz could remain closed unless its conditions are met. And the Iranian leaders and officials, those in leadership, Iranian Deputy Foreign Minister for Legal and International Affairs, Mr. Kazem Gari Babadi, Gary Babadi, said that understanding with Oman between Iran and Oman would allow inbound commercial vessels, the ships, to use Iranian waters, while outbound ships would pass through both Iranian and Omani waters. Military vessels will not be permitted to use the gateways of Hormuz, Kazem have said, and adding that the arrangement sorry, I'm having internet problems. Sometimes it's cutting here. According to Mr. Kazem, the temporary gateways will remain in place while Iran and Oman, these two countries have negotiated a permanent arrangement within 30 to 60 days. And the Iranian leader has said, the deputy foreign minister of Iran have said, he warned that the gateways will remain closed if Iran's conditions are not fulfilled by the United States and the countries that are after them. As we continue, Tehran rejects US mine clearing claims. They came forward and said the US have been telling lies all along. Oh, my name is Mopaki, Mophaki. Tehran rejects U.S. mine clearing claims, and Mr. Gary Babadi also rejected U.S. claims that the mines had been removed or detonated in international waters of the Strait of Hormuz, describing the assertions of propaganda. He warned that any US minesweepers entering the area will be targeted. The comments came after US President Donald Trump said on Tuesday that all mines in the international waters of Strait had been removed or detonated. Yeah, but my English name you can call me Albert, Mr. At random. You can call me Albert, my English name. And as the news continue, Oman and Iran discuss wider framework. The temporary doors formed part of a broader phased framework that Iran and Oman has discussed. By Iran and Oman, according to a joint statement from their foreign ministers. These two countries also agreed to pursue a joint project to clear mines from the waterways of Hormuz. The agreement followed a visit to Tehran by Omani Foreign Minister Said Bad bin Hamad Ali Busaidi, who met Iranian Foreign Minister Said Abbas Arachi. So the Iran and Oman officials, foreign ministers have met and discussed between the countries themselves. Strait of Hormuz is one of the world's most important energy and shipping choke points linking the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea. The latest agreement could prove limited relief for commercial shipping while leaving major questions over security, military access, and the possibility of a full reopening unresolved. I leave it there and thank you for tuning in. Whoever you are, I appreciate. I hope the news are useful. You can get the news and verify them anyway, anyhow. And thank you.